Hi everybody. Well, today we're going to be making some gluten-free cinnamon donuts, except there has been somewhat of a slight disaster in the kitchen. When I opened the box, which I will show you, that says donut tray, I opened the box to find it was a muffin tin. So we're not going to be making donuts, we're going to be making gluten-free cinnamon muffins, I think. Let's call them that. I don't know what else to call them, but anyway, we'll give it a go. So I've already done a little bit of the prep work, but we'll start by finding the recipe. So on the Thermomix screen, we go down here to the dots, and here it is, gluten-free cinnamon donuts, or we're going to have muffins, I think. Oven's on, heating up. I love this about cookie dough. Just gives you all the bits and pieces you know. Hi Linda, how you going? Thanks for joining me. Excuse me. Anybody else who's here, say hello. Okay, so what I've done is I've got this not donut tin, it's a muffin tin, and it is non-stick, but what I'm doing is just putting a little bit of melted butter into the bottom of each of these just to make sure that it doesn't stick, because I don't want to damage the non-stick coating trying to get the muffins out when I get them out. So I'll put that back over here out of the way, and I'm not quite sure how many we'll get out of this batch because there isn't the hole in the middle that the muffin tin, that the donut tin has, but you know, big deal. So if anybody else is here, say hello, drop me a hello so I know that you're here and I can say hello to you. So I've done that. So I've already done this part where I have mixed together here some sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. So that's the cinnamon sugar that we're going to, if they were the donuts, we'd be rolling it in. We'll try and roll these in afterwards, or maybe just sprinkle it on the top. I don't know. Look, wing it. Doesn't matter. No, it's not the end of the world. So into here, we're going to put some gluten-free plain flour. Now this gluten-free plain flour, really easy to find. It's just at Coles. And it's fantastic because it's gluten-free, makes it much easier for all those people who are gluten intolerant and people who have celiac disease. So in with this, I have already mixed the baking powder, the salt, and the cinnamon is already in here as well. So I'll just put all that into there like that, into the bowl. Here's some brown sugar. Remember a few weeks ago we made brown sugar? So this is some of that brown sugar. In it goes. And it's marking it off. And then, yes, I've already got the baking powder, the salt, and the cinnamon. And you check, always check when you're using, if you're making something that is gluten-free, don't forget to make sure that you check to ensure that it is a gluten-free baking powder. Most is, but occasionally it's not. So then we're just going to pop the lid on and mix that up for 3 seconds. There we go. In 3 seconds, just mixes it around perfectly. So now we're going to add an egg into that. Oops, not the egg shell. Oh my goodness. Here we go again with disasters. 1 egg is in. Some vanilla. I love this vanilla bean paste, so I'm going to be using this. And where have I put my teaspoon measure? Here in the sink. A squidge of that vanilla bean paste gives beautiful flavour. Absolutely delicious. In that goes 65 grams of grapeseed oil. So I haven't measured this out because I just want to make sure that everybody who's watching can see over here the scales, and you can see how accurate they are and how easily they work. So it's 65, isn't it? Yes, I always second guess myself. $60. There we go. That's it. Not too bad. 1 gram off is all right. And it bounces around a bit. There we go. And 90 of milk. Close enough. And a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. So here's my apple cider vinegar. And again, I've put the teaspoon measure somewhere. Oh my gosh. Tell you what, I would lose my head if it wasn't screwed on, I tell you. And I will just pop that in there. Done. And the next button. And now this is just going to do a 5-second mix for us at speed 4. So speed 4 is pretty much the ideal setting for mixing things up. And this will do an amazing job. That's quite a bit of mixture there that it's sorting out. And let's see how it is. Smells like donuts. Isn't going to taste like it. Isn't going to look like them though. So there it is. It's pretty well mixed up. I'll just scrape that down the sides. I love these spatulas that come with the Thermomix. They're fantastic. Here we go. Scrape it all down. And then we're going to give it another mix just to get those last few bits through. It's quite a thick mixture. I'm going to give it another 5-second mix. And then we're done. It's amazingly quick, this machine, isn't it? Hello, Tracy. How are you? Thank you for joining. I was just, you might have missed the bit at the beginning that they're not actually going to be donuts today. They're going to be, what did I say? Duffins, because the donut tin wasn't actually a donut tin, it was a muffin tin. So what I'm going to do now with this, here's the mixture. It's had its 10 seconds of mixing up, which is pretty good. I'm going to put it into this, to put into the muffin tin, because I am the king of messy and sloppy, and I make a mess everywhere. So this is a batter dispenser that's just come on sale now on the Mix Shop. It's a new item that we've not had. We used to have a thing called a cupcake pen, which I didn't ever have, but this batter dispenser is sort of bigger, easier. You can put your batter into it, and I'll show you then how it makes actually pouring the batter. It also then, if you don't use all the batter, so if you made, say, a pancake batter on Saturday and you didn't use it all for breakfast, you could just store it in this, in the fridge, and you've got it then on Sunday, the pancake batter, safely stored and ready to use, which I think is a fantastic little option. I love this. So you can use it for pancakes, you can use it for cupcakes, you can use it for donuts or duffins, any sort of batter really. If you wanted to make your own waffles, you could use it for your waffle batter. Right, there we go. A little bit more in the bottom there I want to get out. Scrape it in so we've got all that delicious duffin goodness that we can try. Who else have we got here today? Anyone else? No. Say hello if you're here so I know that you're here. Right, nearly got it. I know it's very boring watching this, but we're nearly there. And it's perfect weather to have a nice warm donut, because here in Brisbane today it's a bit cool and overcast. It's been a crazy week weather-wise. Right, so I'll just put that out of the way. Now, I'll just put this lid on here, screw it on, pull the cover off and see, then this will save me because I tend to spill things everywhere. Put it this way and then you can just pour it out into there. There we go. That is so easy. So I'm sort of making them about half full. Now I'm a little bit unsure. Give me some suggestions, folks. The recipe says when you're actually using the, hello Christine, how are you? And Kelly, hello. The recipe says that when you're using the proper donut tray, that you cook them for 11 minutes, but the donut tray has, you know, a hole in the middle. These don't, so they're a bit thicker, so I'm a bit unsure. How long do you reckon I should cook them for? I'm thinking probably more, a couple more minutes, more than the 11. I would say maybe, I don't know, 13 or perhaps 14. I suppose it depends on your oven. Our oven isn't the flashiest of ovens. Let me see if I've got any suggestions here yet. Doing well? Good to see, Christine. All right, I'm going to put this back on and give it a little bang down. Get the last of that batter. Come off. The last of that batter down. And squishle it in. There we go. So we didn't get a dozen, but again, these are bigger moulds than the moulds that the actual donut tin has, and that's okay. But it all pours out quite easily, and I'm not making a mess all over the muffin tin because I'm very good at making a mess on muffin tins or cake tins. I'm world renowned for that. It's one of my superpowers. Now, is there much more in there? There's a little bit more there. I'm going to see if I can get another one out, see if we can get 9. Almost. Come on, out you come. No. What I'm going to do is actually use my spatula, which is over here, take that last little bit out and pop it in here with one that's a little bit less. So we've got about 8 there. Now, these will just go into the oven. Now, I've preheated the oven up to 220. Yeah, maybe, yeah, everyone's saying 15. I wasn't sure. We'll give it a go. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these in the oven. Right. Put that out of the way. Bring this back over here. Click that black line up the top, and I'm going to turn on the timer so I don't forget, because that's my other great power, is I'm really good at forgetting that I've got things in here. And we want 15 minutes. So I'm going to do 10 plus 5. Now you'll notice, since the last update that was last week, I think, or this week, it gives you some options. So I'm saying it's 15 minutes in the oven. So the machine is now going to remind me of why I've got the timer on, because I have been known to have timers going and not really be sure why. So I think this is one of the great things, one of the great updates. That's what I love. One of the great things I love about the Thermomix is that, excuse me, the updates just come through and there's always something new, heaps of updated recipes or a new function on the machine. I'm waiting to see. It's interesting. Everyone's wondering what the next big update is going to be. This has been a fairly big one, changing the timer. It's pretty good. So look, folks, they are in the oven. They'll be in there for around that 15 minutes, which is pretty cool. Then I'm going to take them out, and I've got here just some sugar and cinnamon that I've mixed together, and I'll just dunk the tops of them into here, and hopefully they won't be too awful. I hope they're okay. So lots of things going on in Thermomix world. We've still got our amazing TM4U offer, where you can get a Thermomix for free if you become a consultant and just sell 4 machines in 90 days. Really, really simple to do. It's a great thing. You know what? Even if you don't sell your 4 machines in 90 days, that's okay. You might sell 2 machines. You're going to get a brand new Thermomix at half price. So that is, you know, pretty good. Someone who joined the business last year sold 3 machines. She was so excited that for $650 or $60, she got a brand new Thermomix. I mean, how awesome is that? It's absolutely just fantastic to be able to do that. So we've still got that on the go. We've still got fantastic host rewards for the rest of May. Absolutely awesome. You can get that fantastic thermoserver for free, and that is fantastic. You can get a couple of $100 off the amazing Ovana pizza oven. Does anybody have a pizza oven? or has anybody had a look in the mix shop at our fantastic Ovana pizza oven? It is brilliant. We use ours, you know, pretty much every week. It's fantastic because, yes, you put it on, takes about 15 minutes to heat up, but then in about 60, 90 seconds, your pizza is cooked and it is absolutely delicious. It really is fantastic. I make the dough in the Thermomix, let it prove, and then cook it. And in no time, it's done, which is awesome. So have a look at those host awards that are offered. It's a hard cut-off, 31st of May. They're coming to an end. So we don't know what's coming. We will find out on the 1st of June what it's going to be. But it is pretty exciting. There's always something exciting being offered in the Thermomix world. The other thing is that at the moment, until the 19th, which is Wednesday? Monday. Is it only Monday? Monday's the 19th. Oh, crikeys. Oh, I can't keep up. Tuesday, oh God. Tuesday, till Tuesday, there's 25% off at the mix shop. Now that is a fantastic bargain. You're not getting 25% off a Thermomix, boo. You're not getting 25% off the Ovana pizza oven, double boo, but pretty much everything else you're getting 25% off. I think there's also even 30% off the Cobalt vacuum range, which is pretty cool. So that is great. Now today, this is our last cook along for the month. I'm going away next week and I am going to be freezing myself crazy in Melbourne, so I'm not going to be doing a cook along down there. I may be forced to be sitting by a fire having a warming drink of wine or 6. So I won't be doing cook along then, but we'll be back in June doing cook alongs again. I'll do some wonderful winter specials, I think. I might do some nice soups. Again, you know, like I do towards the end of every month, give me some thoughts. What would you like for winter dishes? And we might be able to make them together on here, or you might be able to watch me do it. So give me some thoughts about what you want. I'm just going to see if anyone's put anything there. No, no one's put any ideas. But think about it, put them there afterwards, send me a message afterwards. That would be great. Now, where's the link tree, Luke? Is it the bottom of the screen? The link? Yep, at the bottom of the screen here is a link for my link tree, and I would love you to click on that and follow me on Linktree. That has got all the offers that are on the go at the moment. It's got every cook along that I've done. It's got the link, so if you wanted to just buy a machine, you could buy a machine. Linktree is fantastic. Have a look at it. Lots of information on there. And I would love you to join me and follow along there. If you're following me on Facebook, you can also then click Facebook on there, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. Apparently I'm on TikTok, and you can follow me on TikTok. So that's pretty cool. There's lots of things. Linktree is an amazing little thing that provides links to everything, which is great. So those little things, I'm just going to have a little step aside and have a look and see where they are. Hold on for a moment. How they're going. Oh yeah, they're rising up. They're rising up. They're looking like they might be okay. All right, so look, why don't we just call a halt there? Saturday afternoon, everybody's busy and tired. So we'll call it a halt. When they're cooked, I'm going to just dunk them in this delicious, I love the smell of cinnamon sugar, in the cinnamon sugar. And, you know, we'll do the usual, take some photos, put them online, and you can have a look at them. So thank you, everybody, for coming and for joining in. Remember, no cooking next week, but the week after we're back, we're going to be doing some great winter ideas through June. All right, everybody, thanks a lot. See you later.